Hello, how are you? My name is Ellis and today I'm going to teach you how to make a salad that actually tastes good. So I don't know about you, but for me it's sometimes a little bit hard to get my veggies in. This makes it so easy. I honestly drool thinking about the salad. I've been making it ever since I was little. My dad actually taught me the recipe, so come along with me on the journey. Okay, so let's get started. So for me, I'm vegetarian, but it is important for me to get some protein in there. So my protein of choice today is goat cheese as well as chickpeas. But they're not just regular chickpeas. I'm gonna go in and marinate them. So I've already prepped it. I already rinsed out the can and everything. With the pesto, you can use store-bought or homemade. Today I'm gonna use store-bought, but if you wanna make some homemade pesto, it's honestly pretty easy. All you gotta do is blend up some olive oil, lemon, basil with some sort of nut of choice, pine nut, cashew. You can find a recipe online. But yes, today, nice and simple, so I'm just gonna basically combine the two together. The amount of pesto that you put in your chickpeas is totally dependent on how flavorful you like it. I'm definitely a bit of an over-seasoner, I'm gonna be honest. I like lots of flavor in there. So I'm gonna put a couple of spoonfuls and I'm just gonna mix it around. So I'm gonna go in and do this first before I make my dressing or anything, because I like to give it a chance to really kind of sit there and just get everything just kind of soaked in a little bit. If you really want it extra flavorful, you can always marinate it the night before, but I think this is pretty good. So there you go. So the next step what I'm gonna do is get right into the salad dressing. So today for the salad dressing, I'm gonna make a bit of a red wine, balsamic, pesto, vinaigrette vibe. Obviously I have a lot of ingredients, so I'll walk you through all of them. The first step is put in some garlic. So if you want, you could totally go and get the fresh garlic from the store and mince it up. But I'm gonna do a little life hack called pre-mince because your girl ain't got time to do all that chopping. So I'm gonna go in with about a teaspoon of minced garlic. I like it really garlicky personally, so this is pretty flavorful and sum me right up for a little extra flavor. Okay, so the next step in this salad dressing is I'm gonna go in with the actual vinaigrette. So I'm gonna go in with the balsamic vinegar first. So in terms of the vinegars, you can honestly use whatever vinegar kind of tickles your fancy. I like to mix balsamic vinegar with red wine because I like how this is a little bit sweet, but I also really like a tart flavor. So I found when you combine them, it's like the perfect combination. So I'm gonna do about a third balsamic, a third red wine vinegar, and a third of olive oil. So here we go. Sometimes I'll make it with white wine vinegar if I feel like a little bit more of almost like a lighter flavor. I find white wine vinegar is a little bit lighter, but today we're going with the red. Okay, last step is the extra virgin olive oil. Olive oil is one of the healthier fats in terms of oils, so definitely recommend this. And again, we're gonna put about a third of this olive oil. So there you go, but it's not over yet because we need to go in with some seasoning. So the seasoning that I brought for us today is, of course, we got a little salt and pepper action because, important. Here we go. I don't like things super spicy, but I find black pepper is just the right amount of flavor. If you want it a little bit spicier, what's really good is going in with cayenne pepper. But today I'm just gonna leave it at this. The next step is I'm gonna go in with some minced dried onion. So I love getting it minced as opposed to powdered because it adds just a little bit of an extra crunch in there. I kind of like the look of it too, little sprinkles. A little bit of garlic powder as well because again, I mentioned I like it garlicky, so we're gonna do a little bit of both here. And we're gonna go in with some Italian seasoning. So this is just basically a combination of basil, oregano. You can go and just put individual if you want, but work smarter, not harder. My friend just get it, all in one. And the last step in terms of seasoning is I actually bought a pre-made of everything that I have here. It's garlic, onion, black pepper, and sea salt. So I'm just gonna top it up with a little bit of this for that extra flavoring. Okay, on to the next step. So this is a very important ingredient that genuinely changes the flavor of the dressing slightly. I highly recommend adding some Worcestershire sauce, Worcestershire. How do you say it? Respond in the comments. How do you pronounce this? Because I have watched countless YouTube videos on how to pronounce it, and it always ends up so we're gonna add some of this. It's a little sprinkle there. And another important ingredient that I always make sure to include in my homemade dressings is a little bit of mustard. It just adds a little bit of a tangy flavor that just suits it so nicely. So I'm just gonna go in, really the type of mustard you use doesn't really matter, just go off of your preference. I'm using Dijon right now. So I'm just gonna put a little bit, not too much, just a little splash in there. Awesome, and last but not least, for the dressing, we're gonna go in with a little bit of extra pesto. I love pesto, it's literally so good. It's so good. I honestly make pesto from scratch a lot, but that's just, there's already enough steps in this recipe, so we're gonna elect to go with the store-bought. So there we have it, your dressing. The final step is mix, mix, mix. Mix, 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 and salad dressing is complete. Honestly, this only took a couple of minutes and it's significantly tastier than anything in the store. Something additional that I'm going to put you in on, you don't have to do this, but you can, is adding a little bit of maple syrup to the salad dressing. It just totally depends on your preference if you want it a little bit sweeter. I'm gonna add just like a little splash. I don't like it too sweet, but like, especially with this salad, because I am adding some cranberries and some other sweet elements, I think it's nice to just kind of tie all of the elements in together. Okay, so now it's time to put stuff on the actual salad. Who's excited? I am. Okay, so first I'm gonna start with a tomato. So I'm just using a Roma tomato here. You can use cherry tomatoes, you can use steak tomatoes, whatever tickles your fancy, honestly. But today we're gonna go with this bad boy. So I'm just gonna slice it up. I love tomatoes, they're just so versatile. Sun-dried tomatoes, oh, also a really good addition in salad, adding some sun-dried tomatoes too. Mwah, chef's kiss. Okay, here we go. So the next step of the salad is going to be our avocado. So let me teach you a little life hack in terms of cutting avocado. Always go in with the back of the knife as opposed to the front, because that way it's not going to cut the skin of the avocado, and it makes it so much easier to take it up at the end of the day. So, you know, you can do it in big slices, you can do it in little smaller ones. I think I'm gonna do this. So you can slice it in big slices like this, or you can make them more little cubes, which I'm gonna do because honestly it's the perfect size little bite to fit right on your fork. So next you just go in with a spoon and you scoop that bad boy out. Oh, I love avocado, I love avocado. It's funny, I used to be obsessed with guacamole until I moved to Mexico. And as a vegetarian in Mexico, when I tell you I ate a lot of guacamole, more than anybody should consume, it was insane. So now I can't do guac anymore, but like fresh avocado, sign me right up. Oh, the next ingredient in this salad is I'm gonna go in with a little cranberry candied walnut concoction, as well as some goat cheese. So I bought this in just individual in the store. So I bought this little nut cranberry blend just pre-packaged in the store. I mean, you can definitely go and buy all of the ingredients and candy them yourselves, but again, work smarter, not harder, my friends. So I'm gonna go in with this. I love the little bit of sweetness the cranberries add, and there's nothing quite like a candied nut to make me feel some type of way. No pun intended. Okay, here, so I'm gonna put a little bit of this on, and then the goat cheese, you can elect for, honestly, feta as well, but I don't know, I prefer goat cheese. It's interesting, when I was younger, I hated goat cheese, and now it's like, it's my favorite thing in the entire world. Which is why I don't know if I could go fully vegan, because like, how do I give this up? I'm just gonna go in with my fingers, let's get messy with it. Goat cheese, okay. I'm just gonna dump all of this in, honestly. It's so good, you need every last drop. Awesome, okay, and last but not least to add it to the salad, finally the moment we've all been waiting for, the marinated chickpeas. Let me tell you, marinating it, spicing them up a little bit first, it hits so different, Now we're gonna add the marinated chickpeas to the salad. Again, if you wanted to just add plain chickpeas, you totally can. Another fun fact, way that I like to prepare it is throw them in the air fryer and it turns them into almost like croutons. So definitely recommend giving that a try at some point. Look at how beautiful this salad looks, guys. Bon appetit. Now the moment we've all been waiting for. It's time to toss your salad. So I'm gonna go in with the salad dressing, of course. Oh, this stuff is so good, I cannot wait. So I highly recommend just mixing it up first before you throw it in there to make sure that all the ingredients are nice and combined. Here we go, we'll start with that. And here we go. Oh my goodness, getting a little messy with it, but you know, that's half the fun. So good. So good. I cannot wait to eat this. Please give it a try, and if you do, post a picture, send it to me, tag me in it, because I want to see the look on your face when you get a taste of this, because if I could share it with you right now, honestly, I would. So anyways, I gotta go now and devour this entire thing, but thank you so much for joining me, and stay tuned for much more fun content. Have a great day.